wisdom teachers, gentle healers, and bold leaders of our global awakening. Welcome to the Joshua Jordan Experience. Listen to gather mystical insights for an extraordinary life. Hello. It's my pleasure to be speaking to you again. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, today I want to talk about the subject of free will and destiny in a way, because a friend of mine recently brought to my attention the idea that Joshua tells us that we create our own reality. He doesn't tell us how. Well, first of all, let me share with you that is something about Joshua's teaching style. There is no telling me how. During all of the teachings I have absorbed through Joshua, all the understanding I have gained through Joshua, he introduces concepts. He shares what his view is of oneness, of reality, wholeness, but he never instructs you on how to do it, how to live your life. And the first book we wrote together, The Seventh Major Understanding, which is Joshua's philosophy of oneness, and I do recommend the book to any serious students of understanding oneness and learning how to participate in the global awakening that's going on now. So I had a friend or two, actually more, that read the script, read the book in advance, and gave me feedback on it. And most people said, oh, it's wonderful, it's great. You know, that wasn't really very helpful, but it was very nice to hear. However, one of my friends who knows the seventh major understanding and is a part of the Joshua said to me, hey, you know, the book is great on philosophy and concept, but there's not much how to in it. And I thought, yes, you're right. The how-tos are sprinkled throughout the book, and yet they're not direct, bam, do it this way kind of stuff. So we actually added another chapter to the book called How Do We Get There From Here? So how do we get to this new golden age from here where we are in this fear-based reality? So I would recommend reading that chapter if you're really interested in the how-to. There are great suggestions in there. But again, Joshua says there are so many paths. That's why there are so many teachers. You see, there are so many. There's a billion students on the planet, and one teacher cannot reach them all or speak to them in the language that they can grasp. You see, I have called you. You are my students, and you understand the language I speak most of the time. And I always invite you. Ask me questions. I love to respond to your questions because then I know you're ready for the knowledge I want to share with you. So please put your questions in the comments section of this video because I will address subjects on a very wide range of topics. Anything you're curious about, Joshua will comment on and share his thoughts. But even in our lectures, when we talk to people in person, at the end, we allow what we call questions and comments because Joshua doesn't want to say he has the answers or that all of his answers are the answers. Not at all. Joshua likes to comment, to share his point of view, to share his philosophy with you about wholeness, oneness, reality. So ask your questions and we will comment, but we will not claim we have the answer or even an answer. What Joshua wants to offer is ideas that inspire you to think for yourself. So if there's not a lot of how-to in our videos, now you know. It's Joshua's teaching style to lead you with ideas to cause you to think for yourself, because all the answers to your questions really are within. That is where the answer is for you. So when you ask questions, remember you're only seeking other people's thoughts. They don't have the answer. You do. Now, back to the subject of free will and destiny. So, are we destined? Is our life destiny? In other words, is everything preordained and we have absolutely no choice or freedom over what is happening here? No. And yes. And no. And yes. You see, here we are in the paradox. There are things that are destined for you because you designed them into the lifetime before you took form, before you joined up with that little wiggling body that was lying in a bassinet or something. You were still planning what was going to happen in that lifetime. Yes, you created your destiny. So the things that happen to you based upon destiny, you created it. You wrote the book before you started the lifetime. And then there are those moments of free will, free choice. Not everything that is happening for you in your lifetime is destined. Some things you created that are not included in the book that you wrote for this lifetime before you came here. You have free will. You see, the Creator created creators. And if everything were predestined, that only destiny could occur, why would the Creator even bother to create creators? Because you would have no freedom of creation if everything was destiny. So Joshua teaches like he teaches most things, balance. There is a balance. There is a balance occurring within your lifetime. There are things that are happening to you because they were destined to happen. You designed it into the lifetime before your birth. And then there are things that are happening that are spontaneous, that are impulsive, that are free will creations. Because you do have the freedom. You are a God on earth creating your reality. So yes, you have the freedom to change the book. Now, when it comes to the power of attraction and how I create my reality, there are so many sources you can study to learn more about that Joshua doesn't really bother. But what we want you to know is that truly your reality is not being created by your conscious thinking mind. Oh, what? Yes. The conscious thinking mind that you recognize is merely the tip of a infinite and eternal whole being. And your consciousness that you recognize, your thinking mind, cannot create your reality. What creates reality happens at your other than conscious level. So this mass whole self is the one aligning your energies and drawing to you that which you need and want for the lifetime. So, do you have the power to consciously direct this other than conscious self to attract certain things? Yes, you do. So in a way, then, Your conscious mind has the power to create your reality. Now, let me give you an example to ponder so that you can think things through and come to your own conclusion. But I will also give you our view of it, our concept, our comments, but it's not the answer. You look inside for that. So, somebody learns they create their own reality. Maybe they watched that movie, The Secret, and they saw that, oh, somebody could create winning the lottery. Oh, I could create winning the lottery. All I have to do is imagine it's already happened and align my energy with acting as if I've already won the lottery. I already have all this money. I've already achieved it. And they can do this for years and years and years and years. And guess what? They won't win the lottery. Now, some people will win. That's why you play, right? Somebody's going to win. Might as well play. I don't play, but yet I know somebody's going to win, and it's not going to be me. So, what I know is if you want to attract winning the lottery, no matter how much you listen to the teachers of how to attract your experiences, how you attract reality to manifest, no matter how many times you listen to them or listen to another one or try another technique, if it is not your destiny, it will not appear. You will not consciously be able to create it into your reality. Now, that is a point of view, not the truth or the answer. So do consider it as our point of view from our understanding of the seventh major understanding and oneness. Now, why is that so? Why? Why would we tell people, you create your own reality, and then there's this thing called power of attraction, which you don't hear me speak of. And why can't I use that to win the lottery? Why not? Well, I'm not saying you can't. It can be done. But I'm also telling you there will be people who try to create winning the reality for decades, and it will not happen. You see, this unseen being, this other than conscious self, really understands what is best for your lifetime. And even though you may think it's best for you to win a big pile of money and give up your day job and have a lot of fun, your other than conscious self knows that you would be disappointed in the long run. You would find that you could win that big pile of money, and that money won't buy you happiness. Could it buy you freedom? Yes, indeed. You can have freedom. You can get free from your job because you have this big load of money. And yet, some part of your whole self knows that this would not be what is best for your growth and for the purpose of this lifetime. So your free will then to create this winning the lottery is being negated by the balance of what we're calling destiny. Destiny. Now, can I create my own reality? Yes. Can I attract to myself everything I wish for? No. Hey, I'm a bald man. I wish for hair. I want my hair back. I look better with hair. I looked younger with hair. However, I'm not going to be able to create that. My free will won't be able to make me spring hair on my head. So, why not? What is controlling this? My DNA. I had a destiny. I had a plan. I chose my DNA by choosing my parents. You see, their combined DNA created this body. So this body is following a program based upon my DNA. Now, There have been studies about the power of the mind, how you can actually turn on and off certain parts of your DNA. This is happening, and the awareness of this is growing in the scientific community. So there may be a point in the future where I can, through the power of my conscious mind, turn certain things off in my DNA and grow hair. However, I recognize I will not achieve that in this lifetime. And I have to just let it be. It is what it is, you know. I am also not very tall. I would like to be a tall man with hair, you know. So you create your own reality. Why do I want to be a tall man with hair? Because I think it will make me happy. Oh, but why don't I just go ahead and be happy as I am? Yeah, that's what really works. So, do I have the free will to create the reality of my dreams? Yes and no. Because I also have created for myself something that is destined. I have a destiny. I actually chose to be here, to be this person, and to go through the lessons I had to go through. Oh boy, the lessons I had to go through to learn what I need to know to be who I am today. And today I have made a great deal of progress toward accepting and loving myself as I am. Although that journey's not finished either, I have more to do. And that's why perhaps I'm still here. Anyway, that's enough about destiny and free will from my point of view. I will go ahead now and bring Joshua through to talk to you to the best of my ability. Hello, beloved one. It is my joy and my honor to be talking to you once again. The teachers, the healers, and the leaders of our global transition. And if you are a seeker who is drawn to me but do not see yourself in any of those roles, teacher, healer, or leader, that's all right. I am here for you too. Call upon me at any time, and I will answer you. That is my promise. It was an interesting subject today, Jordan, bringing up the difference between the free will and destiny. And I understand that it is a challenging concept for people to understand the paradoxical nature of what I view as the reality around this subject. In that, as Jordan explained to you, before entering a lifetime upon the earth, you work with the soul and the source of your soul to design some basic needs of that lifetime, because there's something you came here to learn. There's something you came here to do. And there's also endless experiences you came here to have. I say endless because I always think of you as eternal. But of course, in this lifetime, you will have a finite number of experiences before transitioning out. And yet you can come back in and have other experiences. So perhaps it is endless that you can experience through this lifetime. So you have things that you really wanted to do in this lifetime. And so you made sure it was a built-in plan that you cannot miss. Your destiny cannot be missed, by the way. It will happen. Your destiny is inescapable, correct? Yes. You can't use your free will to think your way out of your destiny. It does not work that way. And yet you left open a lot of space in the lifetime to use your free will to bring to you other experiences, perhaps not as necessary to your mission, but just as valued and welcomed. And also, then, there are the experiences that are not valued and not welcome, and yet they are serving their purpose for your growth. I do want to tell you that in your free will, you have a great deal of power over creating vocation or career, if you wish, creating, once you are in vocation and career, how you operate within this system or group, or if you are self-directed, self-employed, entrepreneur, you will also attract to you partners to work with, coordinate with. You have a great deal of free will in this realm where you are creating the framework around the play upon the stage. And yet, during the play upon the stage you call your lifetime, things that are destined for you will happen and cannot be missed. There are some people you are destined to meet, and you may not know how or why when you come into the lifetime, and yet destiny will show you this is who you were meant to work with. This is how you are meant to learn from them, what you are meant to learn from them, how you are meant to interact with them. Interaction. That is the purpose of creation. I don't like to summarize anything as being the purpose of anything. So let me retract that and say one purpose of creation is interaction. You see, the one knew itself whole and complete. It knew all of its potential and possibilities. It knew absolutely everything there is to know, there is to be known. And so, the one was very singular in this knowledge. And so, for the purpose of interaction, the one created the images of separation so that there is something to observe and interact with. So you are the actor on the stage, and you are also the observer in the balcony. Watch the play from your point of non-physical awareness. And of course, you act upon the stage in your physical awareness. And at the same time as you are acting, you are watching. We will talk more about this in another video. Today, I just want to say, you have a great deal of freedom and the free will to create within that free space how your life is going, who is with you, and in what direction you think you are going. You have a great deal of freedom in that creation. And you are also destined for certain experiences in this lifetime that you cannot escape. They will happen. Some of your destiny is very joyful indeed, and some of your destiny is sorrowful. That is life. You will have the broad spectrum of experience in the course of a lifetime. For even the happiest, most joyous, most wonderful folks are going to end up losing someone or something. Even a beloved pet, perhaps, but certainly loved ones will pass. For even the most happy, joyful lifetimes There is rain. There are storms. This is life. This happens for your growth and development. This happens for your empathy. For how can you relate to a person in grief or sadness if you have not known it yourself? And how can you bring happiness, joy, and laughter to another if you are not filled with it yourself? So, with these thoughts, I want to tell you, let the light grow. And you do that by letting love show. And you can let love show in so many ways. However you do it, let it be fun. I bid you good day. Well, we've kind of wandered around a little bit today, talking about a number of different things, but the essence that was meant to be in this message is that yes, you have free will, and yes, you have destiny. And this is paradoxical, and we don't need to understand it. However, we can just let it be. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening. We hope you heard something to ponder and gained inspiration for your journey. Please join us again next time. Joshua says, let the light grow, let love show, and let your life be fun.